Why, hello, and welcome to another episode of First Chances with Chance. And in today's video or episode, we're going to be going over applying for jobs. Because, lo and behold, somebody out there is applying for a new job or a job in general, maybe a second job. So why not go and make an episode about applying for jobs, because I don't think I have one. So let's see. More than sure I don't have one. Let's see. And I know that I have a episode about interviews, but I highly doubt that I have one about applying for jobs. And yes, I've applied to quite a few jobs in my lifetime, so yeah, there's even some that aren't going to be mentioned today because I can't remember them all. It's that many. So the first job that I ever applied for was Dunkin' Donuts, which was my first job ever. I know I probably have whoa, a job episode about jobs in general, but not applying for jobs, because sometimes that is a whole entire thing, like a whole entire there's a whole entire assessment and all of that with it. It's like the job that I recently applied for at CVS. I had I guess you could say a test, um like a test job run, I guess, but then Dunkin' Donuts only had whoa Dunkin' Donuts only had me fill out a sheet, and lo and behold, they ended up getting rid, throwing that sheet out or something, or they said something and then ended up throwing my sheet out. And like, I was a high school student, but at the same time, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, I ended up not liking the job after a while. Um, because I left because of rude customers in the drive-through who would like to rush you when you're the only one at night, and there's still the people inside that you have to take care of. Like, excuse me, no. Whoever gets to the speaker or the um register first is who I help first. So quit rushing me or you're not gonna get helped at all. Like, it's as simple as that. You rush me, goodbye. I'm not gonna answer you. Like, you wanna be rude and disrespectful, I'll be rude and disrespectful back. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Um and I had to, for that job, I literally had to raise the pitch of my voice just to sound nice on the mic. Like, excuse me, I should not have to do that. But back to what we were talking about, I then ended up applying or trying to apply for Target, and or something happened where I didn't apply. I don't remember. But then the manager at that time, the manager at the time at Duffy's, on my mom's birthday, offered me a job, and I filled the whole thing out. I was in school, like taking college classes at the time, so I had to drive there, drive to the Duffy's, and then drive to class. Like, I think I sped to class. not fun. But I stayed there for probably about 2 to 3 years, especially during COVID. Like that whole entire COVID thing was so stupid. Like they released everybody, and then like a month later, or a month into it, they like around April, they ended up calling everybody back to like help get everything ready, make it look better. Which, yeah, it did, but at the same time, it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, I get that that was my only job at the time, so yeah, I went in, but at the same time, that it should not have been like that. Like, we should have gotten paid extra for that, and it's as simple as that. But then I ended up also, while I was at Duffy's, like right before COVID hit, I applied for Target, got an interview, didn't get the job. They I had applied for Starbucks full time, or part, I don't know, but then they said seasonal, which now that I think about it, it makes sense because that was the season. It was in December. But right when Duffy's let us all go, I applied for Target again and was called in for an interview and everything. I got the job. Not the job that I originally applied for, but I still got a job. They did illegal shit to my pay. When so I started outside and was making 15.75, and then when they moved me in, they dock my pay. Like they lower my pay to 15.13. Excuse me? I don't think so. Um and it was just so stupid with the way that they did it. It like you all are the ones that are disrespectful, not me. I just match your energy and give it right back to you. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, I really don't care if you get all, well, well, next time don't fucking stand over me and act as if you're better than me. Because you ain't. All you do is sit around and do nothing. On your ass, on your phone, and do nothing half the time. So why am I going to give you the respect that you asked for when you don't even help on the floor? Simple as that. Could be nicer. And after Target, so the whole entire thing with Target, it was they postponed my, like I had a day of training on the register and quickly picked up on the register to where I got trained at self checkout. Then they ended up calling us like the day after and being like, "Hey, we're gonna have to postpone your training. We seem to over schedule people, and yeah." So they postponed my training to the beginning of April, and I was scheduled to be a card attendant when I hadn't even been trained to be a card attendant. Like at that point, I should have already realized that their shit was ass backwards. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break and be right back with more job applications. So after Target, I was applying for a lot of jobs. I applied for some jobs to work as a after school counselor. Um, I applied for like swim academies, which I am working for one now, teaching the kids how to swim. So it's definitely beneficial. It is raining outside. And so, yeah, I've applied for quite a bit of jobs. I had just gotten my belly button pierced like 6 weeks prior. So, like, I guess it was perfectly timed. Like, I had originally applied for another swim academy and had heard back from them. And they're like, oh, we want to do an interview. And I like, had to decline it because I realized, oh shoot, my belly button piercing still hasn't healed. Like it was before the 6 weeks mark, so I couldn't even get into a pool to be honest. So I had to decline that, and that one would have been so much closer than where I'm at now. Which yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. I'm looking for a new job already, so yeah. I mean, I like working with the kids. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm to go back to school in December, and there's a possible chance that I could be going to Boca to school. Like I'm gonna have a car and everything, but there's no point in me going to school in Boca, going to work in Lake Worth, and living in Royal Palm. Or possibly staying in Boca or Boynton. Like, I'm not gonna just go and drive to Lake Worth every single day to if I have school. Like, it's not gonna, that scheduling's not gonna work out. Like, I'm not gonna be able to really work a lot. So, if anything, I will take on Uber Eats for a little bit, but I'd want a pharmacy job that'll send me to school. That way, I don't have to worry about a like paying for school in December. And there's quite a few schools close by that have pharmacy programs. So even if I don't go to Boca, then I'll still be close by, possibly. I don't know what school. I mean, I know that there's certain schools that do the reimbursement, um, the tuition reimbursement program. But other than that, like I have no clue like how all that works because when I was at Target, the only schools that they had were out of state, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Excuse my French, but I'm not gonna go out of state if I live in Florida when there's schools nearby, and they want you to send me to school for business. Like they were like the only school, like the only programs that they would have sent me that they would have covered are business schools. They didn't even take Palm Beach State. Like if you're gonna cover programs and repay your workers, accept every school. Like that's how it should work, in my opinion. Like I get you don't want to be spending money on everybody, but they're your workers, and in order to keep them, you should do whatever it takes to keep them, to make them happy. Same thing with your customers. If you're gonna focus on your customers more than your employees, of course you're gonna lose employees. Like simple as that. But after Target, I was applying like before I left Target. Obviously, their whole entire leaving thing was stupid. But I do have a sausage um, biscuit sandwich here, and it is seriously, I don't like that. It's sticking. Mm. These sandwiches are so good. But I know that in order to get to my gold job now, I will still have to go through quite a bit of schooling, which is perfectly fine as long as I get that base bit covered. Then I will be fine. Because then I eventually want to work for a a lab firm that works with like medicine and all of that. That way, eventually, I could work my way up and almost set the prices of my own medication. So I also heard that for some, pharmacy school is right up there with nursing programs, and I'm just like, I know that nursing is pretty hard, but if I could pass organic chem one, then you already know that I can get through it. So yeah. And I'm excited for this weekend. I have a lot going on. I'm vlogging the whole entire thing. So I can't wait for you guys to see the video. And yeah, it is a lot. Like boom, 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 back to back everything. Mm. A couple places that I've definitely looked for jobs is Google. Like I've searched up certain jobs near me. I like let's say pharmaceutical jobs near me or um school district jobs near me. Uh, but I've also used Indeed, which has definitely been beneficial. Like there's a whole bunch of jobs on there. If you're trying to look for a job in the school board, just you could easily go onto the school board's website, and I'm sure that they have them. If you're trying to look for a specific company, on the other hand, the best way to look for those jobs are on the company's website. So, like, let's say I want to reapply for Target. Not the farm, like, there's certain parts in Target that you can't apply for on there, like optical, the pharmacy. Oh no, Target Optical is on there. It's the pharmacy that's not. Um, and then there's something with the Minute Clinic. I think that's also CVS. So yeah, this Rain came out of nowhere. And you might at first be nervous to leave your job or think that they might get mad for leaving. Honestly, if they're not gonna, if they'd have the audacity to fire you and not give you a 2 weeks notice, then why are you gonna give them the opportunity to fire you within those 2 weeks? At that point, just leave. Like, be respectful, give them a 2 weeks, but be like, sorry, I know that I said 2 weeks, but only giving you a week or something like that. Don't tell them that. Just be like, hey, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it the 2 weeks. I gotta go. And just be like, bye, bitch. Bye, Felicia. But I'd say only do that if you know you're not going to go back to that place. Like, I've never gone back to any of my past jobs, so I honestly could have, but it's always better that you leave on a good note than on a bad note in case you have to go back or ask for your job back. But I hope you guys like this episode. Don't forget to text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085 with any of your guys' applying for jobs stories. DM First Changes with Chance on Instagram, or if you guys watching the video portion, just comment down below. Bye guys, love you!